anyways, because having made over $20 million in dropshipping myself over the course of 5+ years, I've practically been through it all, which is why I will go over these 2 ways you can start so you can decide which one is the best for you. I will literally put everything down on the table for you with full honesty and transparency, so make sure to stick till the end. Now, let's begin. Before I go over these 2 ways you can start, I want to quickly tell you what I mean with low budget and high budget. Low budget in my eyes is anywhere from $10 to $50, and high budget $50 to $250. You do not need more than that to get your first sale. But of course, with low budget and high budget, the methods to start will be different. But I will talk about that later, because I want you to firstly understand why dropshipping is the best business model to pursue, statistically speaking of course. With a quick search on Google Trends with the term dropshipping, you can clearly see that in the last 12 months, dropshipping has kept growing rapidly and gathering more attention all around the world, meaning that more people are interested in pursuing this business model. And before you think about it, no, this does not mean that dropshipping is getting more saturated or that it's too competitive. Because let's be honest here, every single business model you pursue will always be filled with competitors, and it's just a matter of how badly you want it and the effort you're willing to put to outcompete the others. The only difference or price you need to pay if you're going to start dropshipping at this time is to be way more different in how you do things than the others so you can stand out. Now, even though I run multiple dropshipping stores till this day that are generating millions of dollars, I still have to face new upcoming competitors and make small changes to still maintain my position in the industry. But that isn't a big deal as long as you keep your foot in the industry, stay updated with changes that's happening, and implement them into your own stores. Anyway, now that you have an understanding of how you should start dropshipping and what to expect, let's get to the real value. The whole dropshipping operation consists of 4 factors, and that is finding a product to sell, building a store, marketing the product, and lastly, fulfilling your orders. That's the key factors you need to master in order to operate a successful dropshipping business. And back to the main topic of this video, I will now go over the low budget and high budget ways you can start, and it's your call to decide what's next for you. Let's start with the first factor, and that is finding a product to sell. Now, there are a bunch of different methods you can use when it comes to finding a product to sell. AliExpress and TikTok, for example, are what the majority of new dropshippers use to find products. However, in reality, it's just endless hours of scrolling and purely guessing if the product will sell or not. But don't get me wrong, this can still work, but there's more risk involved with it since you're relying on low quality data as a research method. And with low quality data, this is what I mean. Imagine yourself going to AliExpress, and let's say that you found this product that you deem is interesting to you. You do not have any data about this product that will validate if it's worth selling. You just have to go with your gut feeling, which is of course what you should always go after. But having some sort of validation will increase the chances of succeeding with a product. I mean, of course, going to Facebook ads library to look at the engagement and reach that an advertisement for a product has does give you some sort of validation since no one is spending money on ads unprofitably. But then you have to remember that the engagement you see does not reveal data about the geographical location of the consumers who saw the ads. And this is really important. An advertiser targeting countries with a low purchasing power may get 10 million views on the advertisement and generate only $5,000 in revenue, while another advertiser targeting countries with high purchasing power, such as Switzerland, Qatar, or the United States with the same amount of views would generate minimum $500,000 in revenue, for example. And if you want to approach this with a high budget and have a great advantage, it's through data-driven product research to see if a specific product is actually selling for another dropshipper, which is how me and the other pros do it. One of my favorite tools to use for this is dropship.io. You just go to any product you find interesting from a Shopify store, copy the link for it, paste it in dropship.io, and it will show you the sales revenue that the store owner is making every single day. This is not 100% accurate, but it at least gives you an idea that the product is worth pursuing. And there are 3 key metrics to finding a good product to sell. Problem solving. Make sure that the product solves a problem and provides a solution for your customers that actually benefits them. Evergreen product. Make sure that the product can sell well throughout the year and doesn't rely on any seasons, such as summer or winter. And lastly, uniqueness. The product itself is unique. For example, it gives a wow factor, high perceived value, and is not easily found in local stores. If you follow these 3 factors when doing product research, your chances of finding a winning product is much higher. And a great product that actually follows these factors is this mini sewing machine. It solves a problem, sells throughout the year, and is very unique. And I've seen many sell this product successfully. So, what's the conclusion for finding products? If you're on a low budget, you should use AliExpress or TikTok to find products. But again, the chances of finding a winning product isn't so high. But don't get me wrong, it works, but it will take time. If we compare it to the high budget method, we use a tool to rely more on data. After you found the product, the next step is building a store. The majority of dropshippers, including myself, use Shopify to build our dropshipping stores because it's easy to use and they have multiple different themes that you can pick from to design your store. There are 3 types of stores you can build in dropshipping: a general, niche, or one product store. A general store is basically a store with a bunch of products from different categories. A niche store is focused on only one niche, and a one product store is what it sounds like: a store with only one product. And a one product store is what I strongly recommend you to create because the conversion rates are much higher than the other store types, and it's also faster to create. Shopify even has a marketplace of apps that you can install to your store to help increase your revenue even more and give customers in your store an overall better experience. The 3 main apps that I use are Upcart, White Bundle, and Bugs. I use Upcart to upsell different products, White Bundle to offer product bundles, and Bugs to automatically convert prices to the customer's local currency. And no, I'm not sponsored by any of them. These are just apps that I use in all my dropshipping stores to help increase conversion rate and the average order value. I'm just laying out everything on the table for you. But here's the thing. If you're entering with a low budget, all of this can be really expensive, and it's not as easy as it seems to build an optimized Shopify store. It takes time. Because of that, I've created a special link with Shopify that you can use to access everything for just $1 a month to use the platform. And on my channel, I've also uploaded a YouTube video where I go over exactly step by step on how to build a highly converting Shopify store. I'll leave both of these links in the description. Believe me, this will save you a lot of time and make things easier for you. Otherwise, for high budget, you probably want to skip this whole building your store thing, which is quite frankly what a lot of dropshippers do nowadays because it can get really time consuming. Or in other words, boring to repeatedly build a store for each product again and again. So what dropshippers do is go to different e-commerce services to pay other dropshippers to build a store for them. And that costs hundreds of dollars. And even if you enter with a high budget, hundreds of dollars or even up to $1,000 for a store is not worth it. In fact, you're getting overcharged. Yes, you can make your money back over time, but that's only if you manage to make a profit with the store. So you're basically putting yourself in a low risk, high risk situation. For that, I've put lots of hours from my end into offering you the same service for a way cheaper price. At dropship.io/store, you can get the same deal for just $49, and if you don't make your money back after 2 months of trying, we will refund you the full amount without any questions asked. These are some examples of stores we build out for a customer. It's just a no-brainer, and if this wasn't good, I would never mention it to you. Anyway, now that you have found the product, built a store, it's time for the marketing part. If you want to market your product with a low budget, you need to make sure that the product is a low-ticket product, meaning that you can source it for cheap from suppliers. You need to also make sure that the product is priced at an affordable amount, anywhere from $15 to $30, because you'll be promoting it through organic traffic on big platforms like TikTok and Instagram. And the audience there are mostly teenagers and they don't have much money, so you need to make sure that they can get a good deal. The whole content creation industry is a field with opportunities. You can promote any product of yours without having to spend a penny on ads, meaning that you'll have much higher profit margins than the usual